Hey, thank you for subscribing to me. To all my 12 subscribers, this is really a great moment for me. I know it's not much, but it's a milestone. 12 people have subscribed to me, and actually, they care about what I have to say. So, I thought, let's celebrate this. And what better way to celebrate than to talk to you about a film, a revolutionary film that not only became visionary in filmmaking but also acting, capturing human emotions, fighting against prejudice, bias, and most importantly, having faith in the other person. A film with also 12 in its title. And since this video is a 12 subscriber special, so let's talk about a film that also has 12 in its title. 12 Angry Men. Oh, I can't describe how I feel after I watch this film, dude. I feel like a part of my soul just reawakened after I finished watching it. I I'm lost for words. But I will try my best to articulate what I'm saying. So let me tell you what the film is about. A slum boy is accused of stabbing his father, and after he's presented in court with all the witnesses, the proofs and testimonies, it's up to 12 jury members to decide whether he is guilty of the crime or not. Now, these 12 men are all from different backgrounds with different personalities, different careers, and hence they have different prejudice and biases that will that are necessary for them to draw their conclusions on this case, and their decision will ultimately decide the fate of an 18-year-old boy who's on the stand accused of the crime. And so it begins. The movie takes 6 minutes to set up everything from the beginning to the point that the jury members entered the jury room to decide the verdict. Now, when they enter the jury room first and start voting, everyone votes for guilty except for one. When he is asked why he thinks the way that he thinks, he explains it to them through minimal words about the nature of this case and why everything which seems right on the surface might not be true. There might be something else going on entirely. He also questions the so called testimonies of two people and alibis and also the proofs that are presented in court, calling out the fallible nature or the feeble nature. Hey, once again, is fallible a word? Yeah, it is. Calling out the fallible nature of the proofs that are presented in the court. Will he convince the others to just give a second thought to their verdict, or will he confide and give a guilty vote, which will result in the boy getting a death penalty? This forms the premise of 12 Angry Men. Now, on the surface, everything seems simple. It looks like an open and shut case, relatively speaking, with but it has undeniable evidence that explains everything about the unfortunate event, along with a rock solid witness from two citizens who happen to live close by in the close proximity of where the crime happened. All of this makes it, again, a simple open and shut case. But the jury member, played by Henry Fonda, says that not everything seems right. He gets a gut feeling saying that maybe the boy didn't commit the crime, and maybe the testimonies given by the witnesses were false. He feels that the boy did not commit the crime, and he also says that it's not going to harm others to look at all the evidence and just think for a second. He presents facts about the murder weapon, questions the nature of the statements made by the witnesses, but is also completely grounded and real about the fact that there is 100% chance that the boy did commit the crime. I mean, he doesn't even refute or wave off people who say, "What if he did?" But he just asks them to think and says, "What if he did not?" Slowly, another jury member also changes the vote and says that he has reasonable doubt to believe that the boy did not commit the crime and the crime was committed by somebody else and it was being blamed on the boy because of prejudice. Naturally, they face backlash from other jury members, particularly two jury members, one of whom who is a wisecracking person who has bias towards people coming from foreign countries, and also another member who is a messenger service owner who is loud, wait, what? What I mean is who is loud, impatient, and impulsive. Gradually, each and everyone goes over the evidence again and again with their 100% attention this time and start to spot loopholes and details that were overlooked in the first glance. For instance, like the boy is 5'7" and the father is 6'2". How did he stab him in his heart? Or why did the boy hold the switchblade in a particular way even though he used switchblades for a long time? Or one of the major question being why did he come back to the house after committing the crime? What I most love about this movie is that everyone has an inner respect for the other. Even if they are wisecracking or making jokes, they are being told to put their manners backing, and they do. They respect each other no matter how, no matter whatever background they might come from. Damn, a time when people respected each other. And the people who are trying to come off as smartasses are being shown as people while clouded in their judgment by personal biases. Each member starts to view the case with their own personal life. And what is beautiful about this film is that the way they showed the men, it shows their exterior, sure, but also shows their inner emotions and impulses, insecurities, showing that at the end of the day, they are humans after all. Its most beautiful scene is the climax. At the end, damn man, even talking about it makes my voice go heavy. I well, let me. So, in the end, everyone changes their vote, but one person remains. So it's 11 to 1. And this time, everyone else demands an explanation from that jury member on why he thinks that way. What is his mindset? And and when that member is explaining it by being consumed with his temper, he goes on and on about why they should punish the boy, why the boy is guilty. On a fit of rage, he does something that breaks him open. I mean, he does something that breaks him completely. I mean, that breaks his entire. He goes on a full breakdown. And then he votes not guilty. I know I might not be making sense to what I'm saying, but you have to watch this scene to truly understand what I'm saying. You would also be lost for words like I am. The jury member does something that he couldn't have undone, and that realization hits him like a brick in the chest. The fact that it was the only reminder that he had, and he couldn't or wouldn't see that again. That realization and the way it was portrayed, it was beautiful. Please watch this movie, guys. You will understand what I'm saying. You will understand how, on what basis I'm speaking of. Please watch this movie from start to end. One of the other things that I didn't notice was that the movie has only two outdoor scenes and not even the event or the crime that they're talking about is shown, not even in flashbacks. Everything is just through dialogues and acting. The most bizarre thing, none of the jury members are named. Only Henry Fonda's character and the second person to say no is named, but that too at the last scene. None of the characters are named. None. But one of the greatest aspects of the film is not the actors or the director or the story, it's the audience. Yes, it's true. The film completely relies on the imagination of the audience and letting them in. It relies on the imagination of the audience and letting them make the movie their own through their own personal experiences and personal biases and among other things. This movie is also for all ages. Not one time is the F word or any hard slang word used. This movie is a masterpiece, a timeless piece of art that is not only rewatchable, but also worth speaking about, analyzing, and sharing with others. It made us realize that not flashy sets, great music, big budget, although they are important, they do not make a film, but it's the feeling, the emotion, and most importantly, the human is what truly makes a film worthy of cinema. Once again, thank you guys for joining me, and thank you for 12 subscribers. This was my special video. I have a long way to go, and I'm just getting started. Movies like this is what makes me feel proud or feel happy and fulfilled to be a movie lover. And thank you. So, okay, anyway, if you enjoyed it, please drop a like and share. And also go and watch 12 Angry Men. This is one of the best courtroom drama movies that will change your life for the better. This is truly worth your time and your attention. And also, please subscribe. I always post movie reviews and video essays about movies. So, yeah, join me on my crusade. And once again, thank you.